Ethan Miller sat on the edge of the stiff plastic chair in the ER waiting room, his leg bouncing nervously. His son, Jamie, just 7 years old, lay behind those double doors, fighting a dangerous infection. The doctor's words still rang in his ears. "We need a rare type of blood to stabilize him. We're searching, but supplies are low tonight." Ethan felt helpless. He'd already donated what he could weeks ago when Jamie's condition first worsened. All he could do now was wait, and pray someone out there might step up for his little boy. It was after midnight when a nurse called his name. "Mr. Miller," she said gently. We actually had someone donate just now. Enough to stabilize Jamie for the night. He's responding." Tears of relief blurred Ethan's eyes. "Who? Please, can I thank them?" But the nurse shook her head. "She's already gone. Said she didn't want thanks. Just said she hoped it helped." Ethan didn't sleep a minute that night. He sat by Jamie's side, watching his son breathe more steadily, silently vowing to pay forward the kindness of this anonymous stranger. The next morning, after Jamie had been moved out of danger and into a regular room, Ethan stepped out to grab coffee. Near the nurse's station, a harried young man in a suit rushed up to him. "Excuse me, Mr. Miller?" the man asked breathlessly. Ethan blinked. "Yes. That's me." The young man straightened his tie and offered a polite smile. "My name's Daniel. I'm the executive assistant to Dr. Sophia Grant. She asked me to speak with you first thing this morning." Ethan frowned slightly. The name sounded vaguely familiar, one of the doctors. Daniel went on, lowering his voice conspiratorially. "She wanted me to tell you something personally. The woman who donated blood last night, that was Dr. Grant herself." Ethan froze. Daniel nodded. "And, she also wanted me to tell you, she owns this hospital." Ethan's mouth went dry. "She, what?" Daniel smiled wider. "This place? The Grant Medical Center? It's hers. Her family built it. But she still works overnight shifts, just like everyone else. Last night she came in to check on a case, heard about your son, and donated immediately. Said she didn't want you to feel obligated or overwhelmed by who she was." Ethan stared, stunned. "She'd like to meet you, if you're willing," Daniel added. Later that morning, Ethan walked into Dr. Grant's office. Behind her desk stood a tall, graceful woman in her 40s with kind eyes and a soft smile. "You must be Mr. Miller," she said warmly, extending her hand. "And Jamie's dad." Ethan took her hand, his own shaking. I don't even know what to say," he stammered. "You saved my boy's life. How do you thank someone for that?" Sophia shook her head gently. "You already have. You stayed by his side. You loved him through it. That's what matters most." Ethan's eyes burned as he fought back tears. Sophia looked at him for a long moment, then said softly, "Years ago, when I was a little girl, my mother nearly died because no one at our rural hospital had her blood type. She was saved at the last minute by a stranger who walked in off the street and donated. I've never forgotten that. It's why I became a doctor. Why I became me. And why I stayed here, running this hospital myself, even when I could have left it all behind. That stranger changed my life. I've just been trying to pay it forward ever since." Ethan felt his throat tighten as her words sank in. "Your son, he reminds me of me," Sophia continued. "He's already a fighter. And you're already his hero. So don't thank me. Just keep being the dad he needs you to be. That's all the thanks I'll ever need." That evening, as Ethan sat by Jamie's bedside, he held his son's little hand and thought about how one quiet act of kindness, just a pint of blood, had rippled through the years to save countless lives. He thought about the stranger who had saved Sophia's mother, about Sophia herself, and now about Jamie. Maybe one day, Jamie would grow up to pay it forward too. Ethan smiled to himself, feeling a deep sense of hope settle in his chest. Because in a world so often clouded by doubt and hardship, kindness still had the power to transform everything. And sometimes, the smallest, quietest acts were the ones that changed the world the most. No act of kindness is ever wasted. You never know when your compassion today will become someone else's miracle tomorrow.